Hey folks, this is Zach, your friend and realtor in the Bay Area real estate market. I have another market update for you today. On the screen, we have the updated inventory numbers as of today, Monday, August 25th. We also have the numbers from 1 week ago, August 18th, and we're going to be looking at the trends that occurred over the past week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look and see what markets cooled off, what markets heat up, and what markets stayed the same. So starting out with Santa Clara County, if you take a look at the left-hand side of the screen here, this column here is going to have all the counties that make up the Bay Area. We're going to be focusing also on these ratio columns. These are the active to pending ratio columns. So just to give you a quick heads up, if you take a look at the ratio field from 1 week prior for the county that we're looking at, in this case, Santa Clara County, we had a ratio of 1.9. This is for Santa Clara County, single family homes. We come down here, we look at the ratio of 2.0. So this ratio increased. Anytime that the ratio increases, that's going to indicate that the market is cooling off. Anytime that the ratio decreases, that's going to indicate that the market is heating up. And anytime that the ratio stays the same, well, then we have no net change. And you'll see that down here, we have some active depending ratios that are a green color. So these are ratios that, like I just mentioned, they stay the same over the past week. You'll see that the number of active inventory and pending inventory can change. It can go up, it can go down, but the net result is going to be the same. So let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to Santa Clara County. Both single family homes and condos and townhouses cooled off over the past week. Santa Clara County is our most competitive market in the Bay Area, specifically single family homes. It still is right now. It has the lowest ratio of 2.0. This is a seller's market. This is very favorable to sellers. This is a very competitive market for buyers. So just keep that in mind as we progress through the market update. Moving on to San Mateo County, single family homes, the ratio decreased. So this market heat up for single family homes. Moving over to condos and townhouses, this ratio also decreased. So this market is heating up as well. One thing that I want to mention is San Mateo County condos and townhouses. If you look 1 week prior, we had a ratio of 6. So this is a pretty major change here. This is not slight. This is pretty significant. If you've been watching my videos for weeks or months, you'll know that about a month or two ago, we've just watched San Mateo County condos and townhouses get more and more competitive week after week. So last week we had a ratio of 6, which is considered a balanced market. This week we have a ratio of 4.9. This is no longer balanced market. This is seller's market territory. It's close to balanced market. So anything that is 5 or below is going to be a seller's market. Anything between 5 and 7 is a balanced market, and anything 7 and above is a buyer's market. So let's keep continuing to keep an eye on San Mateo County condos and townhouses. I'm really curious to see where this market goes. If you're looking for a condo or townhouse in San Mateo County, my recommendation would be to get out there, put an offer in before this number keeps going down, because the lower that this number goes, the hotter that market gets, the more competition you have. What that indicates is there's more buyers out, and these buyers are more buyers, more offers. So if you want to avoid any type of bidding war, or if you want to, get the best possible deal as a buyer in San Mateo County for a condo or townhouse, I'd recommend get out there as soon as you can. Moving on to Santa Cruz County, both single family homes and condos and townhouses did heat up over the past week. If you take a look at Santa Cruz County, both single family homes and condos and townhouses, these are buyers markets. If you look at condos and townhouses, this is the highest ratio that we have on the screen here. Moving on to San Francisco County, single family homes, this ratio stayed the same from the past week. This is a seller's market. Now, if we go over to San Francisco County condos and townhouses, say that 3 times fast. This is in balanced market territory, pretty close to seller's market, but this is balanced market, 5.1. Alameda County single family homes, we've got a ratio of 2.1, stayed the same from the past week. This is a seller's market. If we go over to condos and townhouses, this is a seller's market as well. This ratio stayed the same from 1 week prior. Moving on to Contra Costa County, single family homes. This ratio heat up over the past week. We now have a ratio of 2.4, seller's market. Condos and townhouses, this ratio did heat up as well from a 3 down to a 2.9. If you guys haven't noticed already by this point, anytime the number is blue, that's a market that cooled off. Anytime the market heat up over the past week, the color is red. And anytime that the active depending ratio stayed the same over the past week, we have that indicated with a green color. That's it for the video today, guys. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, I'd really appreciate if you could like the video. One thing that I will mention is if you're looking in any of these counties, there are, cities and towns within these counties that are going to have ratios that may be drastically different from the number that you see on the screen here. For example, Santa Clara County has some really competitive areas in Silicon Valley in it, Sunnyvale, Cupertino, but it also has some areas that are less competitive, like Gilroy and Morgan Hill, etc. So you'll want to know what the ratio is, whether you're a prospective buyer or you're a property owner that's considering selling. It's good to know what the ratio is in the exact area. I like to look in the exact zip code, and even better, I like to look in the exact school district, for the city or town that is in question. So if you're curious about that, feel free to reach out. If you go to the About section on my YouTube, you'll find my phone number, my email, my Instagram handle. Feel free to reach out whichever way you prefer. You can also leave a comment down below if you have any comments or questions about the market update today. Anyways, if you watch this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe because next week I will be doing a market update just like this one, except for looking at the trend that occurred over the past week. I will be looking at the trend that occurred over the entire month of August. This gives us a more high level, much better idea which way the real estate market is going when we look at the market, month by month. So you don't want to miss that video. That'll be coming out 1 week from today on Labor Day. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys in 1 week with the next video. Until then, have a great day. Have a great week, and we'll see you with the next one. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.